The prices of precious metals are now at the all-time high, with silver spot prices above 43 Singapore dollars and gold at nearly $3,900. While this is really good news for those of us who have been stacking precious metals, I think for those of us who are looking to add more metals to our stack, this has actually made it a little bit more difficult to add more ounces to the stack, especially when it comes to stacking more gold. Now on this tray over here are some of my 1/10 ounce gold coins. As you can see, if this tray is full, I will have 2 ounces of pure gold in this tray. However, premium for the 1/10 ounce has actually gone up quite a bit. To actually get one of these bullion gold coins in 1/10 ounce, right now in Singapore, you're looking at paying above 500 Singapore dollars. This is a far cry from just about a year ago when I could get one of these coins for less than 400 Singapore dollars. One way to alleviate that, especially for us who are looking to get more of the yellow metals, is actually to trade in the silver with silver spot prices at record highs and use the profit that we gain from the silver to offset the price of the gold. But even for this silver over here, there are some differences in value when you're looking to trade them in to the bullion stores. And for this video, I'm just going to share with you what I believe are the best bang for your buck silver that you can possibly stack for your stack if you're looking to trade them in at the bullion store to turn them into gold. But before we take a look at these silvers, I'd just like to put it out there that I do have a crowdfunding page on Buy Me a Coffee, the link of which you can find in the description text of my YouTube homepage. So go ahead and click on that, go and have a look, and I would appreciate any support that you guys can give, as this channel here is not monetized. Okay, with that all done, let's go ahead and take a look at some silver bars. Alright, from my silver bar stack over here, I generally categorize them into 2 broad categories. One being the vintage or the collectible silver bars, while the other are the more generic or the low value silver bars that I use to add more weight to my silver stack. The former will have a much higher premium whether you are buying them from the bullion store or from the secondary market, while for the latter, generally for those who've been stacking large silver bars, those generic bullion bars that you see over here will be ones that you will try to get at the lowest premium. Some of my more expensive and collectible silver bars are the vintage bars over here. Right over here, we have a 10 ounce Inglehart silver bar. Just a very common press bar with a serial number right below. Right here, we have a couple of Johnson Matthey silver bars. Again, something that we see very often on the secondary market. But these are the rarer bars with the 3 full logos on the back. And according to the allinglehart.com, the vintages for these bars are actually much lower, with just 25,000 grain produced. The other more collectible silver bars that I got here from Singapore are these Tianzi Gui 10 ounce Chinese silver bars. These are actually quite popular right here in Singapore, quite difficult to find, and I was quite happy to have 3 of these bars to add to my silver stack. All these were purchased from the local bullion stores right here in Singapore, and I did have to pay a little bit of a premium right above the more generic silver bars to get these. But they're really awesome bars, something that's been quite popular among you viewers who have seen these bars on my channel. And I did previously also grab from one of the bullion stores right here in Singapore another Tianzi Gui 100 gram silver bars, still in its original packaging or OP. Again, these are high premium bars, something that I would not recommend you guys stacking if you're looking to get bars at a really low premium. But among the more expensive silver bars that I found here in Singapore are these 3 100 grams bars from the Excelsior Capital Finance Company. This company is no longer in operation, so these bars are actually vintage bars. Not easy to find these bars, but these are really high premium bars. A couple of my smaller silver bars that are larger than 1 ounce that I have over here in this stack are these 2 bars here. Here I have a StoneX Bullion silver bar. This is a 250 grammer, which I purchased from bullion exchanges in New York City. Again, these bars are not that expensive when you compare to the more vintage bars that I showed you. And this is actually a coin bar minted for the country of Niue. Really an awesome piece. And I did also, a couple of years back, I picked up this 100 grammer. This bar here is from the 4 Nice Gold Exchange of Korea. I got this from Namdae Moon in Korea. Paid a little bit of premium for this unique super bar. So in my collection, or in my stack, this I consider as a collectible super piece. Moving on, let's take a look now at the silver bars that I consider to be the generic or the low premium bars that I have in my stack. And these are the bars that I'll probably let go first, trade them in to the bullion store to turn them into gold. The first of these are the RMC, or the Republic's Metal Corporation silver bars. I did previously turn in a few of these bars to turn them into gold, and I still have 4 of them. All these are 10-ounce silver bars in my stack. And I believe if I was to make the decision to trade in my silver, this will be the first one to go. In Singapore, these bars are actually a really low premium bars. They were quite cheap a few years back, but premium on them has gone up in relation to the higher silver spot prices. The other silver bars that I have, which I do have a few of them, are the Morgan 10-ounce silver bars from the Highland Mint. Again, 4 of them, 3 of which are still in their original packaging. 1 which was in a packaging that was in really poor condition, so I moved it into a capsule. And if I was to again trade my silver in, these 4 would be the second choice that I would choose to let go. Other bars that I have that were purchased at really low premium are the Asahi 10-ounce silver bar here. Again, I would have no problem letting this bar go. It's in pristine condition, still in its original packaging. And over here we have my biggest silver bar, which is a Germanium Mint 1 kilo silver bar. Unfortunately, this bar has started to milk spot, as you can see right on the front. But I did get this bar at extremely low premium, again from bullion exchanges of New York City, and you don't see many of these bars here in Singapore. Actually, I've never seen any of these kilo bar right here in Singapore. And I'm sure if I turn this into the bullion store, they will definitely pick this up. And finally, there are a couple of bars here which I don't think I'll ever let go. Over here we have a classic RMC 10-ounce silver bar. Again, you don't often see this bar here in Singapore. They do sell at the same price, if I do see them at the bullion store, as the more generic RMC silver bars. But this one I found in New York City, and I'm probably going to keep this. And probably the most beautiful 10-ounce bar that I have in my stack is this one from the Katsuo Mint. This is the Unity silver bar. Really a gorgeous design. And this will probably be the one that I keep for my stack to remind me of my silver stacking journey. So in summary, let me just share with you, before I end this video, what I've learned with regards to trading silver in for gold when it comes to stacking the larger silver bars that you see in the stack here. While stacking the more collectible and vintage silver bars can be quite enjoyable, this will make a really poor choice to trade to the bullion store, as they will pay just spot prices for these vintage silver bars. If you are looking to get the best bang for your buck for these vintage bars like these Inglehearts or Johnson Matthey's, it would be best, I guess, to sell them on the secondary market or peer-to-peer, just to realize back their premium that you can see for these bars. Bars that will make more investment sense and give you the best value for money are those generic bars that you see over here from RMC or from the Highland Mint. You can also find other brands of bars at your bullion store, like those from the Royal Canadian Mint or those from Heraeus or Nadir. And I find that you can not only buy those bars pretty close to spot, but when you sell them back to the bullion store, they'll pay you just under spot. one thing I've also learned, and it's an important point to note, especially for those stackers who are here in Singapore, it appears that the bullion store here will pay a higher price for LBMA approved silver bars. They do list those prices on their website as the sale prices for LBMA approved bars, and those prices are generally higher than those bars that are not approved by LBMA. So I would highly recommend, if you're looking to get into stacking the larger silver bars, to look into just getting a bars that are approved by LBMA. I don't know if this is something that's common among bullion stores outside of Singapore, but generally LBMA approved bars have brand names that are really popular around the world, and if you bring those bars to any bullion store, they will gladly accept it at prices that are pretty close to just below spot. And I think with the silver spot prices being so high, if you have been stacking those bars over the last couple of years, when you return them to the bullion store, you probably get a really nice return for them. So in summary, looking at where the precious metal spot prices are now, and looking at my silver stack here, I think it would have been probably better for me when I started stacking these to just concentrate on the generic and the lowest premium silver bars that I could find here right in Singapore, and those would give me the best value for the dollars spent on them. And when I turn them back to the bullion store to turn them into gold, those bars would have the least attachment, least emotional attachment for them, for myself, to these bars, and it will be the easiest bars for me to let go. But still, looking at my stack here, it's really nice to have some beautiful designs to look at once in a while, especially like this one from the Castle Mint. And it's always nice to have a little bit of variety when you're going into stacking large silver bars, just to make the stacking experience a little bit more fun. But we are into this stacking journey to preserve our wealth, and it's always a good idea to stack the lowest premium when it comes to silver stack, and use those to offset the high prices of gold. And with that as the final word, I guess that will do it for this video. Thank you very much for watching. If you do have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Otherwise, don't forget to leave me a like if you've enjoyed this content, and be sure to hit that share and subscribe buttons down here if you have not done so. As always, from everybody over here, you all please take care, be safe, and have a nice day.